All right, now that we are about over halfway through our mowing season, I just want to do a video showcasing our top 5 mistakes made in our first year of lawn care. All right, so number one is definitely not mapping out our customers in the very beginning. When we first started, we were really just trying to get customers in, get them out. So people who would inquire same day, we would go out and just go ahead and cut. But that ended up being, we'll have somebody in this neighborhood and then it's somebody else in this neighborhood on the same day, which is not really ideal. In the beginning, we should have just had, dedicated days, Monday for this neighborhood, Tuesday for this neighborhood, and so on and so on, versus trying to get that quick money and just satisfy our customers immediately. Of course, eventually at some point, probably 2 months in, we finally got enough customers where we could kind of group people as needed. But doing that earlier on would have been a lot less of a headache, for sure. Number two, it is being prepared for machine malfunctions. Okay, so a lot of our equipment was new since it is our first year. So really, we didn't expect anything to really actually happen until the end of the season. But of course, that's not how God had it planned. We were out on 1 yard and we had a belt come loose, one of the dropper belts. It's a common issue, no big deal. It's an easy fix. But in the meantime, we were in mid cut, so again, not really ideal. So we had to get that back on the trailer and use a push mower for the remainder of that yard. I was like, thankfully it was a day where we only had 1 yard. Is actually a Saturday, so we really don't cut on Saturdays. So we only had 1 yard, but it was a yard that was multi-acres, so not really ideal once again. But thankfully, we already has, somewhat of an emergency fund to, make any repairs that we need to make. Got on YouTube University, learned how to change that driver belt. Took us a few minutes, probably took us a few hours, actually. But got it figured out, got us back rolling. But just having that in the back of your mind that, anything go wrong, having some extra cash on hand just in case you got to run the loads and just get something just in case it's a day where you have 10 plus yards. Because customers are known to just find somebody else if you can't knock it out. They don't really care about what you got going on. They're just trying to get their grass cut. So equipment malfunctions was definitely a lesson learned. Number three, it is going to be knowing how to say no to customers. Everybody is not for you. And that's okay, especially early on. You're trying to get as many people in as possible, and you're kind of just saying yes to whoever. Every customer is not meant for you. For us, the telltale sign is somebody who speaks badly about the last person that they had, especially if they appear to have done a good job and they really can't speak to like the issues that they have. Somebody who is like extremely picky is not really ideal for us because we don't have a team where we can just spend over an hour on your yard just because you're just, pointing out things that aren't that big of a deal. So all money is not good money, as they say. So just knowing how to say no to certain customers who are going to give you a headache or hold you back, because that's time that you can be putting towards another yard. Number four really rolls into just being able to track expenses and, things like gas, mileage, supplies, all those types of things. Next year, we'll be really utilizing an accounting software so we can really maximize, all the benefits of doing taxes and being able to write things off. So just getting in a good habit of actually tracking those things, however you do it. Some people still do receipts and all that. Some people actually do it, electronically. But really, just like I said, getting in the habit of tracking those things and really being legit. We're trying to grow this into a company where we're hiring multiple people, doing multiple locations and things like that. So we're just trying to build good habits early. Then the very last one, number 5, is just trying not to do too much alone, especially during, early spring. You're doing a lot of flower bed cleanups, mulch installations and things like that. Trying to do that by yourself is not the easiest time-wise. So not trying to stack your schedule too much. It becomes long hours very quickly when you try to do too much alone. So those are for sure my top 5 that I've noticed so far. You know, I'm not out there all the time, but these are things that I hear from Tamal, and also while I'm out there, and just things that I'm noticing on the back end. So yeah, we got about 3 more months left in this season. So hopefully nothing else crazy comes up. That's all I got.